So I got this comment in my DM today, and for a while now I've received such comments in my DM and even in the comment section, saying, why don't you talk about the bad things happening in Nigeria? Why are you only trying to see the good? And I'll tell you what, because I understand that nation building is not far from personal development. I, as well as you, have weaknesses, you have struggles, you have strengths. So does Nigeria. So does your family. So does your business. So does your organization. But you constantly want to project only your strengths as a person, only the strengths of your family, only the strength of your business. But you hide, you manage, you fix, and you outsource your struggles and weaknesses. But when it comes to nation building, as far as Nigeria is concerned, we seem to have a lot of prophets of doom who only see the bad things and the things that are not working, then turn a blind eye to the things that are working, or to the advantages and the strengths that we have. And before you say, there's nothing good in the country does not have any strength, let me answer you. Some of our greatest strengths I've categorized into two: our human and natural resources. Do with that information what you may. Then we're also very quick to compare Nigeria to other countries. Look at this country, look at that country, without comparing it or without understanding the peculiarities, the histories, the diversity, the complexity, the population. Because whether you like it or not, Nigeria is one of the most complex nations on earth. But yet you don't want to compare oranges to oranges. You don't want to compare your children. You go about saying, no, don't compare kids. They are special. Everybody is different. You don't want your spouse to compare you. You don't want your parents or anyone to compare you to another. You don't want your business to be compared to a succeeding business. Neither do you want your family. But when it comes to Nigeria, you compare it to every other country. Now, before you start comparing Nigeria to another country, compare yourself to your peers and make sure that it has the same peculiarities in terms of process of growth and all of that. Nigeria will not grow or be built with this constant tearing down. We have our weaknesses, we have our struggles, we know what they are. And the truth is that some of those struggles and weaknesses we would fix, we would outsource, we will manage, and we would hide. What matters is, what are our strengths and what are we doing about them? Those ones we would build on. Those ones we will project, just like we do in our personal and professional lives. You do not expect this country to grow when all you do, or the loudest voices of its citizens, are of destruction, are of negativity. But suddenly you expect that if you put one person or anybody in power, everything is going to change, when you have the wrong mindset. There's a generation that must arise and not define this country or cease to define this country by its limitations or by its struggles, and define it exactly for its strengths, for its greatness. There's so much greatness on this soil. We turn a blind eye. We can't keep turning a blind eye and expecting miracles to happen. What you do with your personal and professional life, apply the same thing to your nation. That is called patriotism. Thank you.